First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The first of three on this Thanksgiving. Glad to have you along on this holiday. And we begin right here in the Motor City. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Montez Sweat there on the tackle. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. It has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here's a give left side. This is Swift. Room to run at the 35. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. 7-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Duvernay in motion. On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. It's Swift. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
I was bad in school. Now I'm trying to dodge a scene. Just walk out the left stone.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A run here with Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's Gibbs, and they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The 2nd down pass. Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
The Lions called their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the 1st half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Hutch, Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Swift. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And you'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. And now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but, man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and we got some big plays in their future.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's got his big tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll send their tight end left. On 1st down, it's Swift. Into the secondary at the 45. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw is Williams. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Third and long. Here's Williams. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's second and 6. They'll look to throw. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And he will score. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Swift. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. We're on to the fourth on Thanksgiving Day. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down. Throwing again, Williams. He'll find the first rounder out of Washington, Rome Odunze. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down.
This is the connection that Bears fans have been dreaming about since these two guys were drafted in this previous spring's draft. I mean, they think they have one of the more formidable young quarterback wide receiver duos in the entire league. Williams, first overall pick. Odunze, number 9. The future looks bright in Chicago.
One more time, they try Swift. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Here's Williams. That is caught. And they get the two-point conversion. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
DeAndre Swift, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. Into space. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions add on to their already sizable lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
Nice 1st down catch there by Cole Komet. And, Mike, I've had a chance to spend some time with him in Nashville these last couple summers and at our TEU event that I run with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. And for a big body, for a guy who's just a large guy, he can really bend. He can run. He can get in and out of his break. And I think that's a big reason why, as he's continued to develop, he's a very good run blocker. He's really become that dynamic weapon they thought he would be coming out of Notre Dame just a few years ago.
A big-time play for the Bears. 39 yards. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. They'll go with him again. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone. And then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window. Because it might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this